Oh, okay. Regarding the video we just watched, the Netherlands, where a white Dutchman called the cops on his wife and she was being manhandled. She just put to bed through CS. And the baby was not even up to 6 weeks by the Dutch police. I am not in support of an interracial marriage or relationship. Here is why. You know, there is a statistics that shows the black people marry outside their race more than every other race put together. Number one, the scriptures disprove it. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3 to 6. It says, "Nor shall you make marriages with them. You shall not give your daughter to their son, nor take their daughter for your son, for they will turn your sons away from me to serve other gods. So the anger of the Most High will be aroused against you and destroy you suddenly." Verse 6, it says, "For you are a set apart people to the Most High, your Creator." The Most High, your Creator, has chosen you a people for Himself, a special treasure above all the peoples on the face of the earth. Some of you will ask me, how do I know the black folk, the aboriginal ones? I will make a video specifically to explain that. Number two, nature makes us to understand that we cannot get along. We have a lot of differences and disparities. Like Amos 3:3 says, unless two agree, they cannot work together. Number three, incompatible culture. The both cultures are worlds apart. They cannot cohabit with each other. That is why it is difficult for a black person to be cohabited with a white person. They have differences in culture, differences in views, differences in perspectives. The inherent differences between cultures is a real challenge sometimes and even most often. A typical situation happened in Germany where a white German woman got married to a black Maasai man. And in the end of the day, the marriage did not work. What they did, they made a movie out of it and they named it The White Maasai. Number four, beliefs. Most of white folks, they are very carnal in nature. Most of them don't believe in the divine creator, while the African person is very moral and spiritual. So spirituality and carnality, or morality and carnality, cannot work together, cannot go together. You will hate one and love the other. You cannot love both together. Number five, they don't even see you as a full-fledged human being. As such, they will not treat you as one. Number six, they are more loyal to their race. Like you watch what happened in the video where that woman was being molested, was being abused, was being assaulted, was being manhandled by the police officers in the Netherlands. These people are more loyal to their authorities than even to their partners. That is why the man had to call the cops. He preferred the cops to his wife. You see, they will never prefer you over their authorities. They will prefer their authorities over you as their partners. Number eight, the African parent, fails sometimes to teach their kids their roots, which is the Africanity in them. Number nine, you can even have 10 kids with an Oyibo as an African person, yet they will not even regard you as a spouse or as a part and parcel. Number 10, why do white folks not have regard for the African partner? Is because they don't first of all have regard for the African race or for the black race. A man can never excel in a race alone and earn respect from the neighbor if the entire race does not excel together. That is a typical problem, cankerworm and virus that is eating up the African race. People want to excel, forgetting the entire race. That is why, in the end of the day, we are not respected. Number 11, Africans are born and groomed with the mind of giving and sharing with their partners, with their parents, with their siblings, with their children, with their friends. But the white man is not groomed like that. They don't regard extended families and friends. Why an African believes that his success is to enable his brothers and sisters succeed equally. So, due to these disparities and differences in mindset, they cannot get along. It is always strenuous in a marriage between a black person and a white person. Number 12, the black partner always lives in servitude, always lives to serve the white partner. It's a slave-master relationship where the white partner is the master and the black partner is the slave. They live in fear and panic throughout their lives in the marriage or the relationship. They don't even have freedom of expression and being. That is why the marriage or the relationship always crashes in the end of the day. Most of the blacks sometimes are being cut off and dissociated from family members, friends, relatives as a result, because they are being overcome and being controlled by the white partners. The question was being asked to a couple of women who have dated the white people. Here is the question, and here are their responses. The question goes thus: have you ever been in an interracial relationship? What were some of the challenges that you faced in the relationship? One lady did respond, I am a mixed race woman and I dated a white guy for almost 2 years. And it was very difficult, at times. We were in San Francisco, which is one of the most progressive cities, I think, for interracial dating and relationships. Although mixed, I heavily identify with being African American. And it was difficult for my partner or my friend or for him to understand why certain issues within the black community were so important to me, or why I was so sensitive to subtle cues of. And as a black woman, you get very familiar to the signs. But his mother was not very supportive of him dating a black woman. It is so exhausting to have to teach a guy to be curious about your culture and those things that are a part of your experience. Another woman did reply. She said, the reasons I no longer date interracially are it is frustrating being with someone who doesn't believe racism exists today, but also hold on to views. But things dating black women means they are not, as if the most slave owners did not rape and impregnate the black slaves. Like I just said earlier, the fact that the white got married to you as a black man or as a black woman does not mean they are not. Does not mean they are not. Another woman replied, from whose husband was a Danish man. She said, our kids and I are out doing our Christmas shopping when this Danish lady calls my kid ugly, then proceeds to accuse my husband of race mixing. Her biggest fear is that people like my husband are a threat to the white superior race. I won't even begin to describe how angry I felt when she insulted my kids. As a parent, it pains me to think that my kid will mingle with such hateful people who only see color. Thank you very much. And be mindful. Ignorance is not an excuse. For want is for armed. Together, we can make it. Goodbye for now.